Please, even though you don't like long videos, try and watch this video, because this northerner is saying something that you need to hear. Because if you check what is happening in Nigeria now, you'll be wondering, why is there no positive results in this insecurity of a thing? Is it that the barber does not know how to barb, or is it that the clipper is not sharpened? Who are those people who are employed to take care of the security of this country? What are their qualifications? What are their experiences? Is it like you're bringing somebody who studies zoology to go and chair the affair of security of a nation, or you are bringing somebody who is a security expert to be in the place of securing the life and properties? So this northern girl here is making a very, very insightful video on what is happening. But I don't want to use my mouth and say it. Listen to this girl. Let us follow her.
I know this video is probably going to put me in a lot of trouble, but let's have a conversation that Nigerians do not have enough. The qualifications of our ministers, the people who are appointed to lead some of the most crucial sectors across the country: health, education, finance, justice, defense, and so on and so forth. What actually qualifies them to be there? What experiences do they have? What expertise do they bring? And with the rising wave of insecurity across the entire country, kidnapping, banditry, terrorism, one chance all over the place, I think it's only right that we start in one of the most crucial ministries in the entire country. One of the most important ministries in Nigeria, the Ministry of Defense. Now, before we go into who currently owns the office, let's talk about what the Ministry of Defense is and what it requires. Ministry of Defense is the body responsible for national security. It is supposed to supervise the Nigerian armed forces, protecting our borders, overseeing defense policies, military intelligence, coordination of armed operations, procurement of weapons, and advising the president on all matters relating to national security, to the national security of the hundreds of millions of Nigerians across every nook and cranny of this country. Ideally, the Minister of Defense should be someone with very strong experience in military service. Someone with strong experience in military service, in national defense, national security, defense strategy, counterinsurgency operations, intelligence work, or at least expertise in defense administration. Someone who understands troop deployment, someone who understands conflict zones, military logistics, threat assessment, weapon procurement, and the very architecture of national security. Now, let's look at who we actually have as the Minister of Defense. Nigeria's current Minister of Defense is Bello Matawalle. Yes, the former governor of Zamfara State, the person who was the governor between 2019 to 2023. Yes, the same Zamfara that is one of the most terror-plagued states in the northern region. Now, you might be asking yourself, what is his qualifications for being the Minister of Defense, right? His background is that he started off as a teacher in a government girls' college in Moriki and one other place in Zamfara State. Then he became a civil servant where he joined the Federal Ministry of Water Resources. And then he gave politics a shot where he ran and won a seat in the National Assembly, and he left the Federal Ministry of Water Resources. That is in 1998, and he has been in politics ever since. He held multiple political positions, including being a House of Reps member at some point before he became the governor of Zamfara State. And somehow, despite not having a single strand of military or defense-related experiences or expertise, not anywhere in his education or career, he is now in charge of national security for the entire country. This is a man who has never served in the armed forces, never officially trained in defense strategy, never managed a military operation, never worked in intelligence, and never handled any form of defense logistics. And yet somehow he is responsible for coordinating security operations against Boko Haram, against bandits, against multiple other terrorist groups and militant groups we have across the country. And here is what is more concerning to me personally. As the governor of Zamfara State, he could not control the insecurity in his state. Under his leadership, Zamfara remained one of the most terrorized states in Nigeria. But somehow, after failing to secure one state, he was put in charge of securing 36 states, including the FCT. And then we have the allegations. During his time as governor, he has been accused by the current governor of Zamfara State, Dauda Lawal, of basically frolicking with bandits. He has been accused of colluding with bandits, keeping bandits in the government house in Zamfara, paying ransom directly to terrorists, and procuring even vehicles for popular notorious bandit kingpins. When we say bandit kingpins, I mean people like Bello Turji. And if you think I was done, I'm not. Right after he left office, the FCC announced a massive investigation into allegations of extensive corruption, fraudulent contract awards, and the misappropriation of funds of over 70 billion naira during his administration. See, when I talk about politicization of insecurity in Nigeria, right, this is one of the very many examples of what I mean by that. When people with no defense experience, people with unresolved controversies, people who could not secure their own states, when these people are placed in charge of the national security of the entire country, it becomes clear that appointments are not based on competence, they're based on politics, on who knows who or who can do what for who in power. It stops being about governance, it stops being about protecting the people, and it starts being about protecting the interests of those in power. Now, whether the allegations are true or not, one thing here remains a fact. Nigeria deserves a Minister of Defense who has actual training, someone who has the training, the experience, and the expertise, someone who understands what is at stake and is ready to be at the forefront. Someone who can actually protect citizens and not just hold a title. Because as of right now, we are in trouble. Which other ministry do you think we need to sit down and have a serious conversation about? My thought is health.